everyone. Welcome in to the sanctuary. It is me, the ArcanaAngel. Welcome in to the universal energies: air, water, fire, and earth. Come on in. Because only 1% go get this. Everybody can't go, y'all. So this is a exciting time, Spirit said, to excite your turn. Start your turn. Take your turn. Some of y'all are being prompted right now to move forward. Right? Spirit said today is the time to meditate and reflect and have our open heart to receive the messages. So, of course, on that note, we're going to give honor to the Most High, inviting in the spirits of wisdom and truth that this message can help us elevate. Spirit said this is a time for emotional evolution. It's a lot of 1 and 0 energy today, and to me, that gives matrix energy, right? Like decoding energy, like the system or the symbols of things and the seasons. And that's what the energy under seasons change is the patterns, right? All of that 0 0 energy and the 1 1 energy, it makes me think of the patterns. And Spirit said it's all to help us establish a lasting infrastructure, a lasting foundation, a lasting structural foundation, right? If the structure and the foundation is solid, then we're going to be solid. We can stand. And that's what came out under the energy of the bear, the power to stand, right? To stand tall and to stand your ground. So some of you may be having an opportunity. This is your time to stand your ground. Right, we started out with that firefly energy. Is all about before the electricity, before something happened, before the warning, before the predators. Remember, the opposition always come with the opportunities, right? So the bear is saying to stand up. The firefly is saying you in attraction energy, or you should be, and not to get overwhelmed because the sea serpent is here to letting you know you are protected. But when the sea serpent comes, this is a revival of energy, power that can't be dominated, enemies slain by God, by the Most High. Okay, come on now, enemies slain by the Most High, in a power that can't be destroyed, walking in God's power, a revival. Spirit said a revival of relationships, just the whole togetherness, emotional evolution. And I like that because Spirit had already told us yesterday that something was coming. It's going to be, we need to calculate. This is new moon energy, and Spirit is saying it's all about time to taking the time to get to know people and taking an interest in people. Like, what do you really want? Going in yourself and taking an interest into yourself. The shark energy came out. That's when I every time I see that, ever since I did that pick a card reading, it reminds me of karma, right? Karmic cycle. That's that patterns, the seasons. But seasons is changing, karmic cycles is changing or beginning, right? Or just being altered, making different, just being altered or modifying the patterns, right? Like you can't do it the same way that you always did it. That's insane. That's insane. The shark tells us to fight for what we want, right? Leave fear behind, stay focused, and be determined and be firm about it, right? Because you reap. Remember, karma is what you do in the physical, right? What you do affecting your path, your journey, right? The way that your world tilts, the way your world go around. I like that energy though, and I saw a lot of spiders today, and I saw the tarantula. The tarantula came out, and the tarantula symbolizes the master the art of change. Right, trust that everything is falling into place. When you see a spider descend upon that web, like after creating something, so this is a revival. Like things have already been created, and now is the fall of what next. The fall into the darkness, right? The fall into I don't know what's going on. I know it's a change, but I don't know what's going on, but it's falling into place is what I'm hearing. It's calculated. Remember, a calculated fall. Kind of like Buzz Lightyear. Spirit says you're going to take a risk, make sure it's rational risk. This new moon energy that lasts over the next 3 days is the strongest, right? So Spirit is saying when you're driving, watch your speed, beware, because the eyes are on you, right? Beware of accidents, not taking time, not being observant could cause accidents around this time. It's the Libra new moon, so it's all about contracts, moral contracts, like contracts you made with yourself, agreements you made with yourself or your soul purpose, or that you will or have made with people in your surroundings. Like we're doing a plate smash. After this, we're gonna take the reading outside. We're gonna take the class outside today, and we're gonna do the plate smash ritual. And I like that because the plate smashing symbolizes good things coming. And this is the perfect time to be a part of this ritual, a part of this time to get this knowledge, right? To step into this power. Because it said smashing the plate, money go be saved. You're going to be able to have fun. You're going to release tension. You're going to be able to celebrate leaving the old life and stepping into a new life. Fortunate changes, right? Not letting outsiders interfere, not being afraid to tell somebody no, right? Not being afraid of the storms or the loss that you might incur from just saying no, right? Emotional evolution. Spirit said, align your thoughts with long cherished dreams and be poised because your dreams are poised to manifest. Yesterday in the reading, poise came out. Remember, said Spirit said, be in a receiving energy. Poise came out. Poise came out again today under the 111 energy. And the 111 meaning opportunities is coming. Being prompted to stay true to yourself and being confident in knowing what you know and seeing what you see. So, on that note, we gonna pull some cards. I'm gonna pull a spread. Like I said, we're gonna bounce right back and come and do that plate smashing ritual. I'm excited about that. I had to postpone it. Of course, I'm spirit led, cornbread fed, so I have to do what the divine tells me to do. And then I had spread it along, and a couple of people asked me to propone it to where they can do it, where they would have time to do it so they can do it with their kids. Right? Spirit says this is a time under this new moon is to follow your instincts because it's attached to that Lilith black moon. It's attached to a black moon. And if you notice, if you've been watching in the news, they have been talking about the two moons, right? The two moons. And it's given that that black moon. It's like be aware of your instincts. If something is telling you don't do it, it's probably for your best not to do it because we are in a moon cycle, that ring of fire. You don't want to get caught up in the ring of fire. You don't want to get caught up in the ring of fire. Now, fire is good as far as it's purifying and it's giving you insight. So that's the side we want to be on. Under this new moon, Spirit said, choose a side. Choose what you want to start. Choose actually what you want. Take the time and be observant to what brings you enthusiasm or what you need to substitute out, what you need to change, what you need to add flavor to, right? What you need to add. So I'm gonna pull on where we are because the sea serpent energy came out. So I'm gonna definitely pull protection, right? But I'm gonna pull where we are. What's being revived? What's being slain by? Because it said with this sea serpent that it says that it's a revival energy, and it said that enemies. It said the enemies have been slain by God. So I'm gonna pull on that. We'll see where we are, and then later on we'll pull the enemies. And then I'm gonna definitely pull on how to tap into it. The tarantula spirit. How do we master it? Right? How do we interact with it or integrate with it, entwine with it? So I'm gonna pull on the sea serpent and on the tarantula. And I am going to, then we'll see how to release some fears. I pull on how to release fears or blockages, so that we can get the full effect of this energy and guidance and outcome. And I'll pull your card if you stay to the end. But let's get this party started. You know, I'm ArcanaAngel, Spirit led, cornbread fed. And I said what I said. Sea serpent energy. Ooh, the Fool. Hold on, we're going to talk about that underlying energy. Okay. Y'all, we about to break this thing down because I wanted to up that food card we left off when I was shuffling and that food card popped up. And that food card, like I said, we were about to pull to see where we headed, right? Where are we at now? But the food card says, where are you headed? It's like you have some lingering doubts. You, them, or somebody in your environment have lingering doubts. And those lingering doubts cause you to be dissatisfied, cause you to be tired, right? It's like, I don't know if it's the emotional or financial cost that's draining you, but that's when we see the food, that's what the food card is asking us during this cycle, during this shift, is saying, have you considered the emotional and financial cost? This is a time for emotional evolution. The sea serpent then came out. So I'm thinking it's really more of an emotional fight, right? Internal. That's why he said only 1% gonna get it, because did you know that only 1 to 5% of the whole human population can make a decision, stick with it on the spot? Like, why do you think so many people go back and forth through recovery and rehabilitation? Because when they say, like, just say, stop smoking, like I stopped smoking cold turkey. Only 2 to 5% of the population can stop smoking cold turkey. Right? Everybody can't do it. People got to get patches. You got to go through systems. You got to go through that. You got to substitute that. Well, whereas, you move from being smoking cigarettes to chewing gum compulsively, that compulsive energy did come out under this Libra new moon. Be aware, because especially if you have ever been had compulsive habits, or if you've had addictive tendencies, because that did come out today under the 3 of Cups. I'm sure it probably come out, but the 3 of Cups was about being aware of overindulgence, right? Being aware of going backwards, right? Addicts and anything that you have tried to go back from, even your attitude, right? Overindulging and having a compensating, people pleasing attitude, right? 3 of Cups is doing your friends, going with the crowd, but this is not a time to go with the crowd, right? Spirit said this is a time to change the season, recognize the patterns, to bring light to the season so that you can alter it, so that you can really make a difference. So we're about to see where are we at with this? Let's see, where are we, Spirit? If you don't mind showing us where we are with this, within this shift, please and thank you, where we need to show the most focus and attention. The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is all about fast action, spiritual messages, whirlwind relationships, um, quickies. And it flew right over the shark. Remember, I told you that shark is all about karma and fighting for what you want, right? Fighting for what you believe in, right? Staying focused. The Eight of Wands is all about, you see how those wands are lined up in a row? That's focus, right? You have to be focused. And this kind of focus is actually a gift of travel, realizing the gift in the journey, right? Karma. That's why we have to make sure that we keep everything in a row, because see, if we go back one, we're standing our ground, right? We standing up for what we believe in. But if we make the wrong move and we go to that ninth one, and that's where we actually didn't calculate the risk, that we actually take chances that actually cause more destruction than healing. So we want to definitely take this time. That's what Spirit is saying. Take the time to recognize the patterns. Take a step back so you can make a difference, so you can stand tall, so you can stand your ground. Spirit said the first moves may be difficult. The first moves may be difficult. The first steps may be difficult. The first chance, the first try may be difficult, right? But that's where Spirit is saying to keep going, right? This is a time to awaken. A lot of people are awakening spiritually, right? Awakening to the power of God, like actually getting the messages, actually awakening to the power of God, actually being aware of the progress they made. Like this has been taking a real good look at the progress that you have made. Because next is a long-term dream that potentially is on the way. But how you gonna get it if you make the wrong step? You continue to stay in the same pattern. See, Spirit is saying that you have to make a positive change, a positive move. We got a lot of night energy. So this is giving me either movement, sudden change, like suddenly making a decision, or a sudden change in atmosphere. And the Spirit did say that we needed a change in the atmosphere. That was yesterday. Remember, he said we're going to recognize if we made the right choice by the change in the atmosphere, the season. It'll be distinguished by a specific climate change. That's why Spirit said prepare, be prepared, right? Something that you thought was going to be a problem actually could actually turn out good for you, but you got to be poised. You got to establish yourself, align your thoughts, because every rejection, that's giving me like rejection is God's protection. Rejection is God's protection. So we'll break this thing down. You know, we're going to break this thing on down like a pound. But then I want to see also how to tap in. So now that we know where we are, Eight of Wands, getting the message, staying focused, getting grounded, moving fast. Maybe that's why Spirit said it's time to slow down and really look and see what you want to be responsible for. Because the next level, remember, opportunities mean responsibility. Being in a relationship mean responsibility. Like it's not no longer just what you go eat. It's what we go eat. Do we vibe or we tribe? Do you care like I care? Or you as open as I am? Do I have the green light like you have the green light? This is where Spirit is telling us to be aware. We're moving, take necessary inventory. And I feel like that's why he have us doing the plate smashing. Because that way we have to take inventory of our fears. We have to take inventory of what we want to change. What do we want to see in our life? And I think this is why Spirit is giving us this opportunity to the plate smashing, because it give us a chance to sit down and think. It give us a time to think about those times we were unemployed and homeless, those times that we were addicts. It give us time to think about when we had it all together and we was enjoying the finer things in life when we got a chance to travel. It's going to give us a chance to think about how to actually recover. Spirit said quiet preparation. And remember that the little things count. See, the night energy, that night energy, when I was saying the sudden changes, the movement, the change, nights symbolize change. And all three nights came out, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Coins, and the Knight of Wands. The only night that didn't come out was the Knight of Cups. That's that emotional evolution. That's the one that needs some help, right? So the Knight of Swords, and you're vigilant, right? And the Knight of Coins, you have routines set, or you need routines. And the Knight of Wands, you determine, you dedicated. But what does all that matter if you don't have a sense of purpose? If you don't modify you, if you don't align with your dream. So that's what Spirit is helping us. Now that we know where we are, the Eight of Wands, moving fast, receiving the downloads, right? Whirlwind relationships, quickies, fast movement, fast travel, action, right? This is action. Now that we know we in the thick of it, we about to stand up because action is been awakened. We either gonna step back, stay guarded, or we're gonna step into power, right? And move towards our long-term dreams, make the wise decision. So let's see, how do we tap in to this Eight of Wands energy at this time? Underline, because I knew it's going to come out, that Three of Cups. Didn't I tell you overindulgence is going to come out, especially when I think that Knight of compulsive energy. So be aware during this time, this new moon energy over the next 3 days until the 4th. It's gonna be a sense of urge to do the thing that you know you ain't supposed to be doing. You know, kind of like that forbidden fruit energy. How do you really want to show up? How you really want to show up? It's gonna put a lot of people in their feelings, right? Your friends might be in your feelings. You might have to separate from a group of people, or you might be distressed about separating from an issue. Let's see. Let's break this thing on down. Let's break this thing down. Be aware of overindulging. Trusting in the wrong people. So to put all your power into the Most High. The Most High is the one that's slaying your enemies and the one that have all power. So be aware of putting your trust into people, karmic situation. So you're sure we need to see how to tap into this Eight of Wands energy, this quick, fast action energy, because only 1% of us gonna be able to incite it and get to this new level, right? Only 1% of us actually want to take responsibility. Ooh, Ace of Swords, slicing and dicing. Being sure of yourself. This is coming. Oh, when I say revival energy, she is coming up out of emotional turmoil with the truth, clarity, right? Showing up and showing out. Sometimes you got to pop out and show people, tell people. You know what I'm saying? This is having one mind, one spirit, togetherness. I like this togetherness energy because this is you and the divine and the Most High. This is you and the Creator creating. I like that. And that's what Spirit said yesterday. If you go back and watch that video yesterday, what kind of shift is this? That's what God was doing. Like the Most High or the universe is literally waiting for you to come up out of this abyss. Is literally waiting for you to come up so you can get this gift. Cut through the BS is what I'm hearing. Cut through the spending time in places that you don't need to spend time in. Right? Cut through the distractions. cut through everybody and anything that's trying to separate your attention from the overall dream. If you don't do it, the divine is going to do it. That's what the sea serpent said. Enemies are slain by God. And he giving you the power too. Ace of Swords energy, taking your turn like you have a swing. Just like the divine said, you take a swing at it. So whatever you're thinking about doing, whatever change you're thinking about cultivating, that you've been cultivating, that you've been thinking about, that you've been pondering on it, the problem that you've been trying to solve, the solution is on the way. That's what Spirit said. You don't even have to look no further. The solution is here. You already know what you need to do. I like that. Ace of Swords energy, clarifying how we tap in, being truthful, being honest, showing up, popping out, knowing your worth, clinging on to the dream, the hope. I like that. Clinging on to the hope, clinging on to the truth, what you know to be true. Right? This is wielding your sword. She's submerged, right? So she coming out of the depths. This is emotional evolution. Listening actively. Not speaking, listening. See, her mouth is covered. This is a time to listen and do. That's what Spirit said. When you get these messages, when you get the Spirit message, when you get this confirmation, this is time to act. I know I keep telling y'all, you're going to hear a lot of Bible talk because I was brought up in a Christian background, even though I'm technically not a Christian, because you have to obey and pay dues and all that type of stuff. So I don't belong to the organization, but I was brought up reading my Bible. That's when he said you have to be a hearer and a doer of the message. You can't just get the message and stand on it, hold it. No, the next step is taking the wise step forward and just doing it. Like that's a faith walk, right? That's when your parents that's how you go get the relaxation you're looking for, the tension relief you're looking for, the happiness you're looking for, the celebration, the bells and the parade. Some people's actually looking for parade, the royalties. There's some people that actually have did professional work that have not got paid for it. That's why you got to keep going. That's where it's like the divine white point. Like you have established a lasting infrastructure and you have put yourself in alignment to get it. You have aligned your thoughts with the green light that your dreams can manifest. You know how like a spider pop up out of nowhere? Yeah, this is that energy. Especially around the next holiday season. Next holiday here, you know, I'm in the South. The next holiday for us is I think the next holiday for us is Halloween. Ooh, when the veil is the thinnest. Halloween. That's why this plate smashing ritual right now during this new moon, we're gonna go out and do it after this video. But it's an awesome time to get insight on what you've been ignoring. Kind of like us right here, messages, all these opportunities lining up to take you to the next place. Yes, some of them were knocked you down. Like I feel like you literally is gonna have to come up because the next is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. The Nine of Wands is the one that's been through it all, right? And putting the stuff behind them. But this to me, this Eight of Wands, she's looking at it, right? She's looking at it. I feel like something is sticking out more than others. So we're gonna look at that, break that thing down, see what that is. But this is taking a step back, to pause, to reflect, to meditate and reflect on what you really want. where you want your path to really lead you, because the next step is to turn around. Remember that one energy, that 1% energy, make that decision. Make that decision. Turn around and put all that stuff behind you. Yes, we have to reflect on it. Yes, we have to look at it. Yes, we have to go over it and reevaluate certain things and certain situations. Remember, the past is the master teacher. So we have to go back and look at those things, refine things. But then we have to be part of the 1% to just turn around and do what we need to do. Take a stand, take a turn, turn around, stand up, stand your ground, recover, go to recovery, go to rehabilitation, right? Seriously consider the benefits of you staying where you are, or trusting the divine, trusting this green light from the divine to move forward and pop out. Because that's what it is. It's like, pop out. She look like she popping up out the water. Clear, true. She understand what's going on. She ain't lacking understanding. She might not speak about, remember, Spirit said quiet preparation. That means don't talk about everything that you conjuring up. Somebody might want to have a conversation with you, and Spirit said, nope, don't talk to them. That way you get all the understanding that you need. Nope, don't talk to them. They two-faced. Spirit says somebody trying to have a conversation with you that's two-faced, or you trying to have a conversation with somebody that's two-faced. Spirit is urging you not to say anything, because it's right. Like, because when you start talking facts, somebody start talking truth to people that's talking lies, it get a little aggressive, especially when the liar don't want to concede, don't want to see that they've been caught. Then the clarity, the truth shining right on them, and they still refuse to tell the truth. They still substitute and lie just to make themselves happier. So be aware, because remember, temper tantrums are prominent. Energy is increased. We got a lot of Mars energy. Remember, we got that firefly, the tower, before the electricity. Something is simmering. People that have it bad for you. People that don't mean you no good. That's why Spirit said you got to tap into the energy of knowing the truth. Because when these sharks, when these enemies present themselves, you got to be able to chop their ass up. Don't just hit him in the nose. He going to come back. Nah, you got to cut the head off the snake. That's what Spirit's saying. Somebody got to just cut the head off the snake. That's that 1% energy of being able to make that quick decision, that preparation. Like, you ready for this battle. You know they coming. You know the test is coming. You know the hard times coming. You know the struggle coming. Remember, he said it's gonna be the first steps. Like, once you get this surge to come up out your feelings, to revive yourself, this clarity to come up and shine and pop out and do the thing that you've been wanting to do, that's been going over and over for, it could be lifetimes. Karma don't stop. This energy is constantly going around. Have you ever seen a shark just constantly circling and circling and circling? It's just scary just even watching it on TV. The shark just going around and around and around, and then you don't know what you go do, because you even and watching at home. Jaws was one of the scariest movies that I saw in my life. I haven't even watched it anymore. I went and seen it in 3D, and it was just like this. It was just like right there up on me. What I'm gonna do? I ducked. I went back under the water. That's where Jaws is. No, we got to come up out of the abyss. Right? We got to get some mental clarity, some mental health. Like, we keep doing the same thing over and over. That's insane. It's time to take a stand. Take that stand. You know, when a bear stand up, a lot of things tend to move around and tremble. Right? When a bear stand up, they say everything should be still. Everything that move gonna be killed. The first moves of this new step coming up out of this water, coming up out of the depths, is always hard. It's always hard to press through all that pressure because you know that water is pressure coming down on you, and you have to push up out of that. You have to stand tall to use the strength. You have to be very, very strong to overcome the pressures of the deep, the pressures of the abyss. Depending on how deep you are, those first moves to come up out of it could seem difficult, but you protect it. It's difficult, but it's not inconceivable. So let's see, let's pull. We're going to break this thing on down like a pound. You know, spirit led cornbread fed. I am the ArcanaAngel. I'm in the South, y'all. 4-2. 4-2, yeah, setbacks, robbery, setbacks, deceitful friends. Be aware. Be aware, because I did say it was going to come out. Hidden enemies, hidden obstacles. Those obstacles was going to come out. Deceitful friends. Robbery. Remember in the video yesterday, Spirit did say change your routine. Somebody's jacking somebody's routine, like so that they can rob them. So that's 2 days in a row. Robbery has come out. So it has not happened yet. So this is the opportunity for you to change your routine. Coins is here. The little things matter. That compulsive energy, that's that doing the same thing over and over. Like I said, that shark. Somebody watching you go the same route to the bank. Somebody watching you go the same route to work. Somebody watching what time you leave your house over and over again, and they making plans against you to rob you. But if you make preparations ahead of time, like I'm telling you, just make one turn. Make a turn. Spirit said take a turn. One different turn. And they won't be able to rob you. Take a stand. Your friends won't be able to deceive you. It is some stuff that you ain't gonna be able to control. It's just gonna pop up out of nowhere, like a flat tire or you know, that kind of stuff. Sudden illness or sickness. It might just pop up. That's a setback, right? But you cannot let that get you down. That's why we're gonna do that plate smashing ritual. Right? Spirit said we're gonna leave fear behind. He's gonna give us an opportunity to focus. So let's see. Let's see how to leave these fears behind. Let's see how to leave these fears behind. Spirit, show us what we need to see. Please and thank you. How to leave these fears behind. The fear, whatever we're trying to leave behind, we want to take a calculator. Spirit, that's what we want. Spirit, show us how to calculate the risk. How to calculate the risk. Spirit, show us how to leave the fear behind, that we can take a calculated risk, that we can be. So many came out. We'll keep signs. Oh, expansiveness. I might have should have kept them out, but pay attention to the signs for sure. Spirit, show us what we need to see. You know, that's one of the rules of tarot. If you see it, you're supposed to see it. So remember that. That's just like that Ace of Swords. If you see it, you was meant to see it. Right, Spirit, show us how to let go of fear so we can fight what we want. Grief. Divine source. I told you some of this stuff is going to be out of your control. And it's the tools always come for the test, before the test. One more time so we can align our thoughts. Spirit, shows what we need to see to take a calculated, well-calculated risk. Spirit said that we have to be deep spiritual, but we also have to be rational, right? Let's go take some movement, some courage. Gonna have to be strong. Signs. We got signs. Pay attention to the signs. If you see it, you're supposed to see it. You hear it, you're supposed to hear it. Receiving. Liberation. Liberation is all about being set free. Surrender. Acceptance. And grief. We ask, how do we, Spirit, that's what the question was, how do we release fears? Right? We got to trust our divine footstep. Trust the guidance. Trust what we being seen. Trust what we being told. I love that the Ace of Swords is clarifying this. Instincts. Trust in your instincts. Trust in your logic. Remember, not only being spiritual, but natural. This is the perfect balance. Air and water. Right? Represented in this card because she's coming up out of the waters, out of the deep, out of the mud. Right? This is the come up. Instincts. That's why Spirit said trust your instincts so you know how to modify your thoughts, how to modify your change. Trust your instincts in all your relationships because we're talking about togetherness, relationships, spouse, family, home, yourself, your money. See, a lot of money. It's definitely with this Libra moon, a lot of focus on money, thinking rationally, and the home. Spirit said, pay attention to the signs. Trust your instinct. Right? The Spirit said this is a time where your intuition's going to be heightened. Your senses going to be heightened. And the only thing that'll make you miss it is lingering doubts. Don't let doubt make you miss it, right? You're supposed to be in receiving energy every day. Be in receiving energy. Trust the guidance. Trust that you're being led in the right direction. Trust that you are awakened. Trust that you do hear the call of the Most High. And then let it be. I told you doubts. Look, the doubts and fears still come up, but you don't have people lingering doubts. Release lingering doubts and trust your walk. Trust your purpose. That's why you have to have an intimate connection with your dream, with your thoughts, your dream love, your dream career. The dragonfly came out earlier. To me, this is fast moving. That's that 8 of Wands, fast moving energy. The dragonfly and the spider came out actually earlier, but that was on some other stuff. This fast moving energy. Lingering, the dragonfly is skimming the water. So it comes above freedom. It's finally free. Right? It's all the way out from under the abyss. Grief had came out. Right? It's freeing yourself from grief. Some of y'all need a good crying. Some of y'all need to go through the stages of grief. There's a lot of people stuck in the angry stage of grief, losing something and being mad about it. And we have to move on. That's what Spirit said. 10-10 energy. Emotional evolution. Emotional evolution is moving from doubt and fear to victory and courage. Moving from grief and pain to joy and passion. Replacing it. We talked about it when we talked about prayer yesterday. God, remove this grief. But a lot of times we don't ask him to add passion, so we still left empty. A lot of times we don't ask him to remove the doubt and the fear. We ask him to remove the doubt and fear, but then we don't ask him to replace it with courage. How's the season go change? Spirit says surrender, right? Surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel like you dying. That came out in the energy yesterday. Right, that duality of it is still in the energy today. Under that one energy, asking us to have an open heart to receive these messages that, look, 8 of Wands signs asking us to receive messages. Have an open heart to receive these messages. It came out the Great Divide. Surrendering. Do you want to live or do you want to die? This is just like getting advice from your doctor and you not taking the advice from your doctor. It's rules to everything. The 1% have rules. They got to be the richest. They got better. They got healed. They got rehabilitation. They got new minds. They got new cars. They got all of these things by following rules. The duality of it. Controlling their thoughts, that queen energy. Surrendering. Remember, I told you only 1 to 5% can make the necessary that quick. That's why I said only 1% is gonna get this. Only 1%, 1 to 5% is able to surrender and be free enough to do what it takes to accept, to walk in acceptance. Right? That's the fear. I asked, how do you release fear? Spirit said just surrender, radical acceptance. Right? That's how you open up the flow to receiving, radical acceptance. It is what it is. That's that best spirit. Just let it be. Just let it be. That's like that letting sleeping dogs lay. Right? You can't save everybody else. You can't even sometimes it's hard to save yourself. It's time to concentrate on you rising up. Courage, being openly to take the steps that are shown. We're going to pull some cards. I'm going to break this down so we can see what some of these underlying issues is, because everybody's grief is different. Some people need to be free from different things. Some people are literally in jail. Some people are in spiritual jail. Some people are in real jail. Right? Surrender. Surrender. I see it started off with a lot of red. Right? This is like life or death. Crown chakra, accepting, being able to accept, being able to use the energy, being able to use the energy to impact your life, being able to use the divine wisdom and surrender. Surrendering can feel like you're dying. That's what you're dying to yourself. Right? That's what the baptism is. Dying to the old ways. That's what the plate smash is all about. Killing the old life and walking into the new life. Not trying to control things that we can't control. Being free and wise enough to step away from those things that we can't control. That came out in the energy. Some of us are under contracts, soul contracts, and physical contracts. You don't have no choice. You have to stay in it. Or you could just radically break the contract, but you got to pay the cost. That's what Spirit said with that food card. Are you aware of the emotional and physical cost? It's like breaking a leasing contract, because I did get that energy of people looking for homes or home shopping. People could be trying to close on homes or home shop or find the homes. I feel like in competition for a home, like shopping, like putting the bids in. And yeah, you don't want to get outbidded. I need a good cry. A good cry. Out to sea. All the way up. Look, she all the way up out the water. You on the way up. Oh, poise. And it's right behind poise. Yeah, I feel like some of you just don't have the right questions to ask. To be fair, Libra season. Some of you just didn't have the right questions to ask, or some of you wasn't allowing it to happen natural. Some of you guys, you, them, or somebody in your environment wasn't trusting your gut, wasn't trusting the guidance, wasn't calling judgment when you should be calling judgment, wasn't stepping in leadership roles when you should be stepping in leadership roles. Truth be told. What go around, come around. Like Spirit said, this can no longer afflict, like something or someone has been affecting your flow. This is the opportunity Spirit is prompting you to get out of that flow. Leave fear behind, leave whatever you're scared of behind, leave whatever's not serving you behind. Unhealthy attachment. So let's pull. I'm going to pull on advice. I'm going to pull protection. I'm going to pull outcome. So we'll pull 3 cards. The next level on the way, y'all. It's a revival for some and the ends for others. We in the great divide. When we start talking 1% and the 1% exciting something, like I feel like riots being excited, or I saw on the news earlier that they were I think they were picketing or not rioting but picketing, right? Inciting pickets. That's a part of that 1% too. That's taking over, right? Taking power, recovering power, right? When people start picketing, right? That now you're trying to take your power back. You're no longer refusing to be taken advantage of. Like, we know what we want. We have a list of demands, and that's where we are under this new moon. Spirit said, what do you want? Your list of demands. I said, hold on, let me see. No. I said no, it's 320. Just talk about pantyhose and stockings and girdles. Okay. I am back. And I said we were just about to pull outcome, advice, and protection message. So let's pull. Thank you for sticking with me and stay tuned because we will be doing our plate smash right after this. Well, not right after this, but right after this. So let's see. Spirit shows what we need to see. Give us an advice card, some advice through this shift, please. Give us outcome, please. Okay. Oh, it's faded. And protection message to help us get through. Give us something to contemplate on. Give us something to celebrate. Protection message, please. Oh, we got 2 for protection message. Soulmates and go the distance. Awesome. Underlying energy, rejuvenation. Oh, I'm sorry. The lights cut the light out. Underlying energy, rejuvenation. That's the revival energy that we've been talking about, right? That's what Spirit is bringing us to, a revival here and now, giving us a strong, lasting infrastructure. Right here and now is the time. Being able to reevaluate the things that's for us and the things that's not for us, and having a deep knowing, the opportunity to actually have some healing, a healing of our heart. Our dreams are coming together of the things we've been working for so long, that we've been doing by the book. There's that to the sea card coming up. Ace of Swords, full clarity, taking it personal, coming up out of depression, being motivated, right? Being admitted, having access. I like that energy so far, Spirit. So let's see, let's read. So for advice, we got not for you. So let's see what the oracle message is for that, because this is the number 6, and the number 6 is all about purpose. And right, we're supposed to be playing chess, taking your time, thinking logically, not checkers. You kind of just move about, you rush, and you do things just according to the moves that you allow to make. But chess, you actually have to stop, pause, and really think about it, right? Most games. There's some chess games that go fast, but that's what Spirit is telling us. No, stop and think, reevaluate, right? Align your thoughts. Get ready for this next move. Remember, this next move, the next level is on the way. So let's see what this not for you is as far as the advice. Advice. Number 6. 6 is all about beauty, family. 6 is all about the coming together, the union. Let's see. It says, not for you. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at it, the results you seek always seems to elude you. As if you don't really get to be in the game. That's so funny, because I was just, shout out to one of my homegirls, P. Weezy, because we was just talking about that. I'll tell you after I finish reading about not being in the game. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now. That indeed your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept. Ain't that what Spirit said? How do you let go of the fear of moving into this next cycle? That's the second card, acceptance. Right? It radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you. and have much a clearer idea of what's for your highest good. Confirmation ruled the nation. It says rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on the way. Trust this. That's what Spirit said. Trust it. Remember, rejection is God's protection. When you have to alter things or modify things, take something out and replace it with something else, the seasons change. Recognizing the patterns of the dry times or who acting dry with you. And recognize the patterns of the rainy times or when you emotional or when you need healing or when you cool-headed, and accept that if it's gonna be different, that you have to make the alterations. This under this energy of the season change, under this 11:11, this prompt, this green light to move forward, to move ahead. Spirit said, don't rush. Don't rush. This is an opportunity to assess so you can make clear decisions. Assess so you can save money. Assess what's really going on so you can really celebrate a new life and have fun within your new environment and release tensions and trust that everything's falling into place. Yeah, because see, the outcome is fated. See, this is out of your control. Remember, that's what Spirit said. Realize that some things are just out of your control. Like when that tarantula pop up, it's out of your control. When you see that spider, you just be kind of like, woo. Some people run and some people stop in awe. The people that run are usually the ones that are fearful because there's things they just don't understand. And the ones that stop and revel and take time to really think about, what do this spider mean to me? What do I need to be seeing at this point in time? Those are the ones that have that life impact, those opportunities that can actually impact your life. Valuable tools ahead. Access to energy, access to wisdom, access to places you ain't never been before. That's what I'm saying. This is the outcome. The outcome is fated. So let's see. What is that? 17? I like that. A life, love is going to impact your love, your mind, your spirit overall. Overall energy. 17. 17 is a star card. So you might be feeling a little anxious around this time, this new moon energy, a little anxious. This dark times, there's no light, right? But whenever, remember when it's darkness, that's when God working in the midnight hour. When everything is dark, when you can't see, trust the omnipotent. That's when the omnipotent is working. I like that energy. Like, this is some good energy. Let's see. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell. You don't want to miss your intuitive message, especially like this when it's faded. Only 1% gonna get this. Only 1 to 5% of the population can actually catch this shift, catch this wave. The serenity prayer sums it up. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to take the steps that I can change, and the wisdom to know the difference. I did a video on the serenity prayer because they teach us one prayer, but then they changed it all the way up from the original. They changed the original and took some key points out. So I went and did a video on that because it's a lot of things that needed to be told that are still being withheld. There are things in your life that you will never have control over. Confirmation rules the nation. We talked about that. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose that you can't understand. You can't understand why these events occurred, but you can accept it and work with those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the serenity prayer. That's that Eight of Wands energy. Where are we at? Assessing everything that we've been through. Remember, we talked about it. The wands, those are opportunities. All the things we've been through, she looking back over them, because in the Nine of Wands, you have to take the prompt, take the turn around, and go for the next thing, go for the next opportunity, go for towards your long-term dreams, not letting the past overtake you. Right? Accepting the things you can change and the courage to change the things you can. I like that. Outcome is fated. Karma, acceptance, the third things that you cannot change. You just have to be courage, be clear. Take a stand and step into your power. Come up out of your emotions. Remember, this is coming up out of the sea serpent energy. Being revived. Stepping into God's power, clarity. Indestructible power that you can't dominate. Like they'll never be able to dominate you before. Those things, those people, those places that held power over you won't be able to hold power over you anymore. It said your enemies are slain by God. That's what it said. So let's see the protection message. Soulmates. 41 and 47, there's that difference. The difference is the 6. Separating from things that no longer serve you so you can go the different distance. Recognizing that some things are just not for you right now. Even if something is not for you, something that you was working hard. Remember, that's why Spirit said, look at the cost, emotional and financial cost of this thing. Sometimes everybody can't go. You might have to go by yourself. And you just have to accept it. But whatever your long-term goal and dream is, you can still have it. Whether they come with you or not. That's why Spirit said, recognize when you're getting to know people. Take the time to get to know what they're interested in. Take time to bond. Take time to work on a partnership. Take time to work through the storms. Don't let it get bad and then just up and leave. Like, take the time to really get to know yourself and the people that you deal with, right? What do you really desire? What about those people that did offend you? What it was fated. Remember, that's what Spirit said, don't even worry about it. Go ahead and accept it. Let it be. But use it to step into your power, because you got somewhere to go. You got purpose. You supposed to prosper. You supposed to be well known. You supposed to get the jewelry, the crown. That's why Spirit said, take a well-calculated risk. Don't take just any old risk. You know how we just kind of used to up and just do stuff? No, this time Spirit is saying, use this time under this new moon to be honest, to reinvent yourself. I like it. To get rid of those lingering doubts. Protection message. Let's see, protection message. Lingering doubts. Protect yourself. Doubts and fear may come, but they can't stay long. It's a new horizon, something new on the horizon, a new life on the horizon, a new feeling, a new atmosphere. Recovery on the horizon. But you got to believe that you can have these things. And then you got to put your skills to use. You got to scrap the old stuff. Dispose of what's broken down. And step into something that's concrete. Spirit said, protection message, soulmate, oracle message. An important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve your well-being enter into this dynamic so you can heal from them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, if it seems sticky, or even if it seems like you cannot have it, it's inconceivable. The question is not, why did he or she do this to me? But rather, what is the gift in this? Spirit say, look in the mirror and you will only be changed for the better. I like that when it said your patterns, because that's what Spirit said, recognize your patterns and the dryness, patterns of dryness, right? Spirit said, look in the mirror. That's what's going to make the difference. Do you like what you see? The contract that you have yourself in morally or physically, are you happy with that? Because this is the time Spirit said right now the solution is here. Look in the mirror. Because can't nobody change it but you. Is this love or is this lust? Is this life or is this death? Is this a yes or is this a no? Is this alive, enthusiastic, or is it dead and underwhelming? Is it thoughtful or is it burly? Go the distance. 47, that's karma, y'all. Something to meditate and reflect on. Something that's going to happen regardless. It's a portal for divine guidance. An opportunity to fulfill your dreams. To get insight so you can create, especially if you have a platform or if you're a magician, a musician. Go in the distance. Searching for the one. Reflect on what was and how to do better. Go in the distance. Karma. Protection message. Do you feel as if you've been wandering in the desert now for ages and ages and nothing has happened? When you conjure up the image of the desert, you picture parched lips, sunburned skin, mirages, but there is more to it than that. See, that this vision that they just gave me of the parched lips, the sunburned skin, the mirages, those are all those illusions, right? All the times that those frenemies or those people that came up against you burned you, all the times you went through things that you wasn't that wasn't your fault, right? That still caused heartbreak. People did things to you, right? And the parched lips, the dry season, when you couldn't talk, when you were burnt out, when you couldn't attract, when it was just dry. It said amid the hot sands are creatures with resilient spirits, tough skins, and willingness to burrow deep underground for water so that they may thrive. This is a time of developing survival skills and resilience. That was the question, right? Are you putting your skills to use? You are learning how to conserve your strength, and in this temporary time, it's wise to be selective about where you spend your energy. Protective message. Remember, say, cut the head off the snake. Listen to the call of your soul because it will never lead you astray. This is an important time for letting go of what's not important. It's an important time that's faded. It's an opportunity for you to let go of what's not important so you can go the difference. Lay aside every weight, cast down every illusion. Engage in something different. Replace that old dried up dead thing with life, right? Add spice, add flavor, add maturity. Spirit said add a little selfishness, add self-care, so you can turn your dreams into fulfillment. Look, we got protect your feng shui. You are sacred. You are sacred. But